Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Breath of Evolution Part 2, a brand new patch update that will be out, not too sure when actually, but we're going to be going through all this today. I know nothing about it, but I'm very curious to see what kind of changes we have here today. As we already know, Balance Patch Adjustment Series 27, Breath of Evolution Part 2. So this update will take place on the 15th at 7 a.m. This time might be different for other people, but for me, I believe that's going to be in 2 days by the time this video comes out worldwide. But I'm Australian, so if for me, it's like the 16th. But moving on, update details, the Attacker Special Challenge is underway. You can participate in the event to obtain rewards, shop updates, all the usual stuff. But we're not here for that. We are here for the balance updates, which very first off, we have Zastian nerfs. Now this is really good. Zastian's so strong right now. So we have his ability, Intrepid Sword. The effect that caused extra AOS energy to drop from KO'd opponents has been removed. That is good because it means he's acting more like a burst mon instead of, you know, steamrolling. So if he gets less AOS energy from KOing people, that is a substantial nerf. Then we have Play Rough nerfs, the stun duration down from 1.7 seconds to 0.25 seconds, which is pretty substantial. Then Play Rough Plus, stun duration from 1 second down to 0.75 seconds, which, I mean, still, it's quite a substantial buff in my opinion. Oh my god, Sacred Sword damage decreased by 25%. That's a really... We'll have to see, but that's a pretty substantial damage decrease. Zastian had an overwhelming influence from the early game to late game due to its high damage moves, enhanced by its ability. To balance this, its energy acquisition, hindrance capabilities, and damage have been reduced overall. Very nice buffs. Zastian has been going... He was just super duper strong. And I can see down here we have Alolan Raichu, which makes sense. Alolan Raichu has been completely dominating. But yeah, good nerfs for Zastian. Next up, we have Alolan Raichu, and we have Gyarados next. But Alolan Raichu, stored power nerfs. Now, everyone, you all would have seen this coming, right? Alolan Raichu, she is insane. Insane in jungle, insane in path, insane damage output, like consistently getting like over 100,000 damage in games when you're the jungler. Like, that's insane. But let's go over these sword power nerfs. The bonus damage decreased by 10%, increased cooldown to store power, that's good, and the attack speed increase reduced from 50% to 35%. Sword power had strong burst potential due to the synergy between bonus damage and attack speed boost. Its damage and usage frequency have been nerfed. Now that's a good nerf. I mean, it's online less, it's going to deal less damage, you're going to be attacking at a slower pace as well, just really simplifying what all this is saying. But I feel as though it's still going to be good at what it's doing. Very good at just crazy mobility, crazy damage. The damage, of course, is nerfed from this. But I mean, Electro Ball, Thunderbolt is also really good. So we might see more play in that with this. But I think that's an understandable nerf. Moving on to Gyarados. We have... Oh, okay. So, yeah, so some pretty standard Gyarados nerfs. Ability Rattled. Effort gauge increase, 10% decrease. So... You're gonna get to Gyarados later now. Okay, yeah, that's true. Like, if you play really well, you could get Gyarados super early. In a lot of games, you do see that. So, making Gyarados come out just that little bit later, I suppose. We also have a Dragon Breath and Waterfall damage decrease by 12%. Magikarp can dominate the lane by evolving into Gyarados early. Currently it evolves slightly too quickly, so the effort gauge gain has been reduced. Gyarados' main damage moves have also been adjusted to reduce their power. I mean, Dragon Breath, you don't do it for Dragon Breath, you do it for like the attack speed bonus, but the damage from it, I mean, you'll feel it, but I mean, as soon as you get Gyarados, you'll be fine. So these buffs I don't think are too... these nerfs, sorry, don't seem too substantial for Gyarados. But that's Zastian, Alolan Raichu, and Gyarados for the nerfs. Oh, Clefable buffs. Oh my god, I love Clefable. Okay, what do we got? HP has been increased a pretty good amount. So level 15. Wow, a whole 1,000 increase to its HP. That's good. Its defense and special defense have been increased as well, so just making Clefable a little bit bulkier, that is good. Draining Kiss, damage decrease, but special attack based healing increase. Wait, 44 to 33% increase. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's the scaling from like when you first get it and then to level 15. So, oh, I'm assuming, that's what I'm assuming from this. But the healing from it's increased by 40% when you get it. That's pretty good. I might have to, I feel like that's something you'd have to test. But again, down here, we have Moonlight, which is a healing amount increase. So I feel as though that's still going to be better for healing. Damage decrease, so it's not more of a supporter. Of course, you do it, it'll heal more people around you. But if you're going to do like a heal Clefable, I'd still go for like Moonlight. Clefable's durability and healing have been increased to improve its stability as a supporter, especially in the late game. Draining Kiss has been adjusted to better emphasize its healing utility. That's very nice. And right underneath this, we can see Blastoise has some buffs. Now, this is very interesting because Blastoise is already really good. So stats, HP increase, super good for a defender. That's great. Water Spout, movement speed reduction, 35 seconds for 1 second, 20% for 2 seconds. That is a good buff, I will say. I think that's a good buff. Just makes it so they're slowed down for longer, really. And when used during Rapid Spin, now applies movement speed reduction once. Oh, this is a lot better for chasing now. They didn't increase the damage though, so I think Surf Hydro Pump will still be better. But down here we have Hydro Pump. When used during Rapid Spin, incapacitation duration is moved from 0.5 seconds to 0.75. So more stuns if you do Hydro Pump Water Spout, and then Water Spout with, I think the main build that was buffed here was definitely Water Spout Rapid Spin. But that HP increase is great. Blastoise's durability and hindrance power has been improved to strengthen its role as a defender in late game team fights. Blastoise was already great, so we'll probably see a lot more on this. And underneath here, I'm surprised to see him. We have Garch. Boosted attack, healing based on damage dealt, 50% increase. Ooh, oh, that's good actually. So, ooh, and oh, Dig and Earthquake cooldown reduced. Ooh, I'm a big fan of the Dig Earthquake. I'm a big fan of that build. So this seems good. Defense special defense buff duration 3 seconds to 4 seconds. So tanky. I mean, this might be. I mean, the cooldown is probably the biggest issue with Dig and Earthquake because it's harder to chase than with like the Dragon Rush Dragon Claw. But 50% increase to the healing dealt, like healing based on damage dealt, with specifically his boosted attack. That's really good. That is a solid buff. I'm very excited to try out these later on. Garchomp's healing on boosted attacks has been increased to improve its ability to sustain in prolonged fights. Very, very good. The cooldown of Dig and Earthquake has been shortened to enhance their usability and also increase the special defense durations. That's very, very good though. Blaziken buffs? Did he need buffs? Did Blaziken really? Okay, well, let's see what it says. Focus Blast, movement speed reduction at 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. That's fine, nothing too crazy. Unite move, Spinning Flame Kick. Oh, that's an issue. Shield amount 5% to 12% of max HP. So when, oh my god, and cooldown decrease from 5 seconds to 4.7. Now that might not seem like a lot, but being able to give yourself a shield 12% of your max HP when you do it, and to switch to your other moveset with no cooldowns, like all of his moves now have a 4.7 second cooldown when he goes to Unite move. That's insane. Oh no. Blaziken's Unite move has been adjusted to provide greater impact and flexibility when switching battle styles. He was already good. Oh my god. Oh man, oh man. I mean, that's it for all the balance patches to Pokemon. I mean, Garchomp deserves it. Clefable deserves it. These nerfs are well justified. I mean, Gyarados kind of here and there. Garchomp really needed that. Blaziken did not really need that buff at all. But before we choose a winner of this patch, we're going to go down here. Held item adjustments. Okay. So, oh, I scrolled too far. Was that? Oh my god, it was Rocky Helmet buffs. You can't be serious. we will get to that. So first up, we have Excel Bracer nerfs. And, well, we'll do these two at the same, because it's the same freaking item, but just for attack and special attack. So the Excel Bracer, KO count to max effect reduced from 5 to 10. And the attack increase per KO is a 50% decrease. So it just made it... Alright, so this is the same for both of them, right? So it's just made it so that it takes a lot longer for you to get these stacks. And I'm assuming this... It doesn't say it, but if it's making it so the KO count to max effect from 5 to 10... I'm assuming they might have gotten rid of the thing where if you get an assist, it counts as a stack. If so, that is going to play a huge role. That's going to be big. But I mean, if you're goated, right? If you're like a speedster, like I'm still going to recommend using these items because it's just another way to stack. And if you steamroll, it's going to be good. But that's a substantial nerf, honestly. And attack increase per KO, 50% decrease. But that's just to justify it. Like, it's still going to be the same strength when you have it at max stacks. It's just going to take longer for you to get to that. I still think they're going to be good held items, but just longer for it to get online. Now, I'm very... Oh my god. Oh my god. Rocky Helmet buffs. Well, let's see if they're actually good. So the cooldown is reduced from 2 seconds to 0.6 seconds. Okay. And the damage activation condition from 10% of your max HP to 3% of your max HP? Okay. That's good. You know what? That's actually not that bad. Because my biggest gripe with it was the cooldown, as well as having to lose 10% of your max HP in one hit for it to proc. But if you only need to lose 3% of your max HP for it to proc with a 0.6 second cooldown, this on Crustle might actually go really hard. This actually might be good. Damage dealt as well, obviously don't expect it to be increased. It's been decreased because of how much more often it procs. So at level 30, it does 1.8% of the opponent's max HP. That's actually pretty good. I'm very interested to see if this is going to be good. I'm going to try this out on like defenders, right? Like Crustle. I feel like Crustle will sometimes really well. Maybe Garchomp even. Maybe Garchomp, actually, with his ability and this, that's what I'm going to try. That's going to be the first game on stream when we do this. We're going to do, like, a Rocky Helmet Garchomp. And last but not least, we have Shell Bell. The healing cooldown, 10 seconds to 8 seconds. You know what? Solid. That's good. I mean, you don't really play Shell Bell for the healing. You mostly play it for the extra cooldown. But, hey, little Shell Bell buffs. Well, what do you know? Insane. We got some Rocky Helmet love. Very last but not least, bug fixes. Gyarados, Zastian, Alolan Raichu. Okay, Dark Race Unite move, yada yada yada. Anyway, you can all read that for yourself. I'll leave the link to this in the description below if you want to have a look over all this yourself. But now we are going to choose a winner of this patch. And honestly, based on everything that I've seen, I think Garchomp might be the winner, honestly. The boosted healing by 50%, that's pretty big. Actually, Blaziken might be the big winner. The more and more I think about it, just like instead of like overall buffs, that's huge for Garchomp. Like Garchomp got the biggest buffs out of anyone, but Blaziken with a buff like this, Blaziken's already amazing. So I think it might be a tie. It might be a tie. Like Garchomp, for the sake of he got the best buffs, which is just a lot more sustain, and then Blaziken, that he is probably going to be even more dominant than he already is with specifically that. I think that's crazy. 5% to 12% of your max HP. That's huge. And then the cooldown decrease. You could run a cooldown build on this then, maybe. I'm getting out of hand with this, but I'll test it. I'll see if it's actually crazy. I'm excited to test out this Garchomp. But that's all for the Part 2 patch of Breath Evolution. That's very exciting. Some of these changes. Very much looking forward to playing Garchomp. Very much looking forward to playing all of these changes, really. Seeing if Alolan Raichu actually did get nerfed, but we will have to wait and see when it comes out in roughly 2 days' time. So thank you all so much for watching. If you agree or disagree or have any opinions about these changes, if some Pokemon should have been changed or some Pokemon shouldn't have been, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and always remember to stay hydrated. I'll see you in the next one.